Hey everyone, welcome to video 2 of my 6-part video series I'm doing that's leading up to the kickoff for our 6-week coaching program that starts on July 5th. Today's video centers upon protein, and more specifically I am going to discuss animal protein. So the most popular forms of animal protein are eggs, chicken, and beef. Most of us, unless if you're a vegan or vegetarian, who may avoid animal sources of protein, but a lot of people rely on these foods. And they are delicious foods and they're healthy foods as long as they are coming from the appropriate source and have that nutritional quality that we're looking for. I want to start with the eggs and chicken. So let's just talk about chickens for a moment. Chickens are omnivores, which means that they eat both plants and they can eat small animals that they're able to overpower. Okay, so how do we allow chickens to have the best situation for eating their intended diet as an omnivore? Well, they need to be pasture raised. So if you've ever seen a carton of eggs that says pasture raised, or if you've ever seen chicken at the store and on the package it says pasture raised, what that means is that those are free birds, so to speak. They are grazing on green grasses and they are able to peck their little beaks down into the dirt as they please and eat bugs and little critters that are down in there, little worms, maybe even some small snakes, depending on where they live, little lizards, seeds, grass, petals, sprouts, whatever they can get and whatever, floats their boat at that time. But that is the optimal living condition for a chicken, is to have the ability to roam freely on green grass and eat that omnivore diet. Now, what you may see that's very popular right now on cartons of eggs are the terms cage-free and free-range. So let me explain what those terms mean. When you see cage-free, all that means is that the chickens aren't in boxes or cages. That does not mean that the chickens are free to roam and forage for food as they please. They could be in a large dark barn with hundreds of other chickens crammed together and not have access to the outdoors. And they could be just like in each other's poop, and it's not the best living conditions. That happens a lot on industrialized farms where they're having to get a very high yield of eggs. So another term is free range. Now typically free range, again, you kind of picture that the chickens are out and about and they're free to roam. But it depends on the farm. There are no rules making farmers have to specify how much time those chickens have had outside, and they may not even be outside. Free range, all that means is that the chickens have access to the outdoors, but that could just be like a screened in porch area, or there might be a door where they have access, but those chickens may not be getting access. And if they are, we don't really know how long they're out there. Okay, so it could be a very short period of time. Why does that matter? What does this mean to your health? Well, when animals are thriving in their optimal living conditions, they produce high quality food for you. So when you have happy, healthy chickens who are freely foraging as pasture raised, that's the best term that we know of right now because that's what that indicates, those chickens are going to have excellent quality eggs. Cage-free and free range do not ensure that that's happening, okay? It's funny because you can use your senses to kind of see the differences between pasture-raised eggs and cage-free or free-range eggs, because the yolks that come from pasture-raised chickens are very bright. They are also different colors depending on what the chickens are eating. So you might have an egg that has like an orangish yolk, a reddish yolk, a very bright yellow yolk, a golden yolk. That's great because that means that there's a diversity of nutrients going on because those chickens are getting different foods as they're foraging freely. All right, so moving on to beef. Where's the beef? So beef cattle and dairy cattle are herbivores, which means that their natural diet is supposed to be grasses. And, when it's cold and it's snowy and there's really not any grass for them to be foraging on, then they should be eating hay. Okay, so let's talk about the optimal beef that we want to be eating. It's usually termed grass-fed beef. That's something that you may have seen in the store or at a farm market. So you want to strive for grass-fed beef because the cattle are supposed to be, again, grazing freely and eating grass in the fresh air, sunshine, just like the chickens, except they are only interested in the grasses and the plants that are growing on the ground. That's what they're going to be eating. So, again, why is that important to your health? Because the cattle who are eating that way have optimal health themselves. They have cleaner living conditions because there aren't going to be a lot of, it's going to be very rare to have sick cows that are eating the foods that are best for them. And, it's efficient all around. Looking at it from an ecosystem standpoint, the farmers are not having to, truck in feed and buy feed. It's free. It's free feeding. Go out and, obviously they have to maintain and make sure the grasses are growing and that there's enough, but it's just an all-around efficient system. And from the grasses, the cows are getting, those nutrients are being transferred into very healthy fatty acids in their meat. Whenever, they are butchered, you're getting extremely healthy fatty acids. You're getting vitamin K, and there could be traces, of course, of beta carotene, vitamin E. So yes, nutritional density exists in the grass-fed beef, just like in the pasture-raised chicken and eggs. And so that's what we're going for. So get out there and explore it. How can you find chicken, eggs, and beef that are grass-fed or pasture-raised? Well, there's a website. If you Google the family cow, that is a farm who actually has a lot of drop-off locations, I believe over 40 locations in Western Pennsylvania. And they're doing everything, they're phenomenal. I'm not getting a kickback by recommending them. I have personally found a lot of wonderful quality in their foods over the past couple of years. So you can check out the family cow, or you can simply get in touch with your local network of farmers by going to your local farmers market. You're most likely going to find a farmer who has grass-fed beef or pasture-raised chickens, and so, and obviously other high-quality foods. So you can get in touch with farmers that way that are doing these practices and humanely raising their animals to provide us with outstanding quality food. So I'm going to stop there for today, and if you have any questions about this, please comment below. Please email me, get in touch with me however you wish, and don't forget that if this is interesting to you and you want to learn more, because there is so much more to discuss, not just with protein, but with all of our other foods, then you'll want to take a look at our 6-week coaching program that starts July 5th. So message me, email me, or comment below if you'd like more information on that. I hope you have a great day, and I will be back with video number 3. Bye.